Welcome to the last part of this video tutorial. This is the third part of the video tutorial, and we will look at the debt side of the foreign direct investment survey for year 2019 of FDI companies. Initially, we looked at the instructions, the identification and the characteristics of the company. In the second video, we looked at in detail of the equity part of the company. And then the third one is the debt part of the company. This debt instruments and interest due is uh, uh, foreign liabilities that are with the parent company or with the direct investment. That means if your company, the local company, has a liability to your parent company or the direct investment, that should be included in this worksheet. But you have to make sure if you have taken a loan from a non-related company, foreign company even, that it is not included in this debt form. For example, your company, company ABC Myanmar might have taken a loan from company ABC United Kingdom. Then that is your parent company, and it would come into as a foreign direct investment in the form of intra-company debt. But your company, company ABC Myanmar, has taken a loan from, let's say, HSBC Bank in UK, which does not own a part of your company. That is a foreign loan and should not be included in this survey form. So the only foreign liabilities that you have to include is foreign liabilities with the parent company. What are these foreign types of foreign liabilities? So the foreign liabilities could be either a foreign loan, it could be a trade credit, it could be a bond issued by you, or any deposit that you have placed, or a credit line, or any other payable that is due to your parent company should be included here. Similar to the last survey, you can select the USD million or what is the type of loan. You do not need to convert to any currency. In the reporting currency, in the currency, you can use the transaction currency itself. So let's say this company we know is we identify this company as company ABC, right? Company ABC, and in the equity part we said we have foreign investor PQR. So if say there is a loan by the foreign investor PQR, right? So this will be a loan, right, to the foreign investor, and the country of residence would be Australia, right? The country of resident would be Australia, right? So this would be, right, foreign investor PQR, right? So the country of resident would be instruments, and let's say this your foreign company has given you a foreign loan, right? And this foreign loan is given in USD millions. So you can put this as in terms of USD million. So at the beginning of the year, let's assume that there were no loans and it was received by this year. So this year, the company gave 30 millions of loans. So this is it. At the end of the year, you have 30 million. Let's say you out of this, before the end of the year, you paid 5 million back, it will be 25 million. And we also ask for the interest, which could be 0.5 million or something from your PNL. From your accounts, you can get the interest component. So make sure that you are this is a direct investor, directly related, and it could be a foreign loan or something. And let's say there's another investor, foreign investor ABC. So the foreign investor ABC would be investing here also, and this could be a country. We have not put a country earlier. So let's put Australia to this as well. So this could be a trade credit. So trade credit, and if it is received in euro millions, you can put this as euro million. So at the beginning of the year, there could be a value, right? And at the end of the year, there could be a value like 9 million, and mostly you do not pay any interest for trade credits. Likewise, the main thing is this has to be directly your direct investors, your parent company, or any investor that non-resident investor that holds more than 10% of your shares that are included in here. If there are other non-residents, that it is highly unlikely, but there could be other non-resident that holds less than 10% of your shares, and that should be included here based on the instrument. There could be some other non-residents, let's say, who holds a bond issued by you, your company, somebody holds this. So in this case, other non-residents, if there are many other non-residents, you don't have to put it separately. You can put this as a total and say there are other non-residents that owns the company but has less than 10% shareholding. They hold bonds with me for a very small amount, 0.5 amount, right? Which 0.5 million, for which I had paid a small interest also, that can be also put here. So this is very straightforward, very easy. Usually there are not many loans, one or two loans or one or two credit lines by your parent company. So this make sure that these are only direct investors here, not any other unrelated foreign parties. Loans should not be included in here. So that makes it easy as well. And any loans from resident investors, like the Myanmar investor, if there is any loan or something from this Myanmar resident, should not be included in here as well. We are not asking for that detail here. So these are the two main parts, the equity part and the debt part. I hope a basic understanding was given to you on how to fill the survey. This is an annual survey, which is very straightforward and very easy to fill. So I hope that you will be able to fill these survey forms and get back to DICA before the deadline. And if you have any queries at all, you can always contact DICA officials or email them to get further understanding. And if there are any further understanding, they would also contact me to clarify things on behalf of the IMF. So these are the end of the tutorials, and on behalf of the IMF, I would like to thank all of you for participating in these surveys and supporting DICA in making DICA's FDI investments statistics a success in this year as well. Thank you very much.